The history of Jewish in America is full of firsts. Irving Berlin inventing Sadie Salome, George Gershwin inventing Catfish Row, Irving Fields inventing a Jewish rumba in Miami Beach, Bob Dylan going electric and then going born-again Christian. But no first can top the story of Johnny Yune, a Korean immigrant who in 1975 recorded Ose Shalom, an entire album of Hebrew and Yiddish favorites. Born in a small village outside of Seoul, Yune came to the United States in 1959 to study, but was discovered as a singer at a church service in Raymond, Ohio. He soon found his way to New York, where he hung around Jewish nightclubs like Cafe Exodus and Cafe Sabra, enough to become something of an honorary Jew. He learned to sing Hebrew and Yiddish from Jan Pierce and Yaffa Yarkoni albums, and was soon speaking enough of both languages that he was accused of having both a Galicianer and a Litvak accent. He could sing Yerushalem Shel Zahav live in Jerusalem, could play the Catskills with all of the post-war greats, and even have a Jewish wife who spoke less Yiddish than he did, and was even invited to study in the yeshiva in South Africa. His love of Jewish music was all about the cultural power of the minor key. Johnny Yune heard in the notes and melodies of Jewish pain and suffering an echo of his own life. The Korean people's 60 years of life under Japanese occupation. That's why Johnny still sings Exodus in all of his sets, and why he still records Jewish music specials in Israel for Korean TV. But this is only one side of Johnny Yune. There's also Johnny Yune, the actor, who's been on the Merv Griffin Show, MASH, Kojak, The Love Boat, The Tonight Show 30 times, and Kung Fu. The Johnny Yune, who's done Vegas gigs with Sinatra, Natalie Cole, and Ben Vereen, military tours with Bob Hope. The Johnny Yune who judged the 1984 Miss Universe pageant, starred in his own variety show on Korean TV, and then, of course, wrote and starred in the 80s cult classic, the Bruce Lee spoof, They Call Me Bruce, which led to the sequel, They Still Call Me Bruce, and will soon lead to another sequel, They Still Call Me Bruce Levy. Johnny Yune once said, "Only in this country could a Korean guy sing Hebrew and Yiddish songs," and he was so right. Only in this country could someone like Johnny Yune exist, a Korean-Catskillian, a Jewish crooner who happens to be a Korean TV star. Ose Shalom may have been Johnny Yune's first and last album, but tonight we celebrate his legacy as a champion of Jewish music, and we are honored to hear his voice once again. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Johnny Yune.
Shalom! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to be in San Francisco because years ago I left my camera in San Francisco. No, really, seriously, for a moment. Being here with you, Jewish Contemporary Museum, is a great honor. Especially I went up there and I saw, as you see, there's a Jews on vinyl. My record is displayed there, and including me as one of them, is the greatest honor. And I thank you so much. Especially same stage with great legends of Jewish music, Irving, and I haven't met you, Burton sister? Yeah, I know your sister, but how come I don't know you? Only kidding. But a lot of people always ask me almost the same questions. How many of you from Korea? Not that important because I'm from Korea, but Korean comedians are rare. As rare as a Jewish gardener. Never seen one. And, but you know, my family is like a Jewish family. Of course, I have a mother. Mothers are all alike. They're always concerned about their children's welfare. Even if you are so hip, fat, and they keep asking you to eat, right? How do you say? Es. Mein Kindler, es. That's Yiddish, right? Or excuse my Yiddish, I used to say Jiddish because I'm Sephardic. No, my mother used to say to me, Johnny, eat your rice. Rice in the morning, rice in the afternoon, rice for the supper time, you know. Eat your rice. I said, Mother, I'm sick and tired of rice. I don't want to eat rice. I don't want to even look at rice. Can't you see my eyes are getting slantier? She said, be quiet, eat it. It's good for you. Besides, think about millions of starving people in America don't have rice. My mother, maybe for your surprise, my mother is a member of Hadassah, Korean chapter. I found out because they used to call my mother, they used to call my mother Orienta. My mother used to call me entertainer. How do you like that? And I had my father also had Jewish philosophy. Like when I was leaving for America, I asked my father, Father, I'm leaving for the United States of America tomorrow. What is the most important thing to remember when I arrive at the airport? My father, with all of his wisdom, he said, the white zone is for immediate loading and unloading passengers. Jewish father put that thing, no, anyway. And we had an uncle living with us. And he was 82 years old, younger than you, Irving. God bless you. But 82, married to 21 years young lady. Imagine that. They had one thing in common. They loved Chinese food. His favorite dish was mugu gai. Her favorite dish was samyang gai. I came a family, a small mishpocha, but you know, good family. And a few years ago, I had a chance to visit Israel. I was doing Christmas special for Korean television, and my television in Korea. And I had a wonderful time and the greatest experience of my life. I always say, regardless where you come from, what your religions are, doesn't matter. As long as you're a human being, at least you gotta visit Israel once. You will learn so many different things. And, I remember there's a Gethsemane garden up there, and then you go walk up on the hill. You overlook Golden Dome of Jerusalem. And I was standing there, I was singing this song. This is one of the most beautiful songs I've ever learned. Can you play Yerushalayim? Avirani Salul Kayai